Good morning, everybody. Welcome to a beautiful brand new day. Welcome to the Mystic's Heart. Good morning, Danielle. It's good to have you in the chat room. It's good to have everybody with me this morning. And it's kind of a hot and muggy day here in the Enchanted Forest, but the sun is shining. Hey, Lady Hawk. Good to have you in the chat room this morning, too. And today we're going to have some fun with the angels, because why not here on the Mystic's Heart? It's that time of the month that I enjoy sharing the mystic angels and the mysteries of ancient Egypt, and of course the totem animals and the spirit of mythology. And today we're going to focus, I believe, on the angels and maybe a little bit of mythology. Hey, Lori. Hi, Angie. It's good to see you all in the chat room this morning, ladies. I know while I'm at it, Danielle is looking for a copy of a CD, and those of you who practice Reiki have probably got a copy of this CD in your home. It's Merlin's Magic, Reiki, the Healing Touch, Hands of Light. Danielle can type in there what it is that she's looking for. You know, CDs are kind of hard to find anymore to put on play or put into digital format. So Danielle, this is probably a good group of people to ask about getting a hold of that CD. Yeah. Hey, Laura. Hi, Sonia. Good to have you in the chat room this morning. Got a fresh cup of coffee and just wrapping up with my morning clients. And here I am. So yeah, let's have some fun with the angels this morning. Turn on the light. Laura, I'm telling you, on the lower lanai last night, Todd and I are having a great conversation, and we just had to take a photograph of those party light candle holders that we have down on the lower lanai in the dusk. Oh my goodness. Love it. Love my party light stuff. All right, so here we go. Danielle, the Archangel Saint Michael. There it is. Merlin's Magic, the Heart of Reiki, a chakra meditation music. Danielle here in the chat room is looking for a copy of that. And if you are listening and you have one of those, then please, you know how to get a hold of me. You can post it on the Facebook page. You can email me. You can put it right here in the thread if you have a copy of that, because she would like to utilize that in her home. All right. Archangel Saint Michael, Danielle. We know what Michael is all about. He is the angel of triumph, the angel of strength and courage, the angel of balance. I celebrate the lessons that I have learned in my life, and I rejoice in what they have taught me. That Archangel Saint Michael is walking with you right now, working with you, and asking you to sit a spell with him. Taking a look at my handy dandy calendar. Oh, where are we right now? We are on the 27th. The next full moon, Danielle, is June 5th at 12:12. Interesting, 12:12. The next full moon, the Archangel Michael is asking you to go into meditation and invite him. You're welcome. I'm happy to ask. Happy to ask. So you are being called to go into meditation or have daily conversation with this mighty Archangel. The Archangel Saint Michael tells us that the initiate who masters earth and sky, spirit and matter, body and mind, themselves becomes a true master. Taking the time each day to focus on your diet, meditation, prayer, and exercise will help you triumph over the lessons that heaven and earth present to us in the form of obstacles. Isn't that the truth? Taking time to meditate every day. Invite Michael to be there present with you. Lady Hawk, Catherine Harrison, the Archangel Saint Israfel, awaken. A master is the one who is awake. You know, Israfel is one of those angels that shows up who says, it's time for you to stop hiding from who you are. It's okay to show the world your gifts and talents, and it's okay to celebrate those gifts and talents. In other words, come out from underneath that bushel basket. No more hiding. Be fully present in who you are. No more waffling about it, Catherine. Just be who you are. And it can also be a reminder that everyone who loves you enjoys you being who you are. Nothing more, nothing less. It's a reminder. Be alive, be awake to who you are, because that's what people love about you. Those that love you, that's what they love about you, is you being you. Israfel. And again, 12/12 on June 5th, everybody, we've got a full moon, and it's a good one. Meditation with Israfel. Just what I've been thinking, she says. Uh-huh. Oh, goodness. Funny how our Wednesday gathering once a month is good for that, isn't it? And thank you, everybody, for following me here on Spreaker. Jeepers, I'm up to 81 followers. How cool is that? That's pretty doggone cool. All right. Lori. Lori, this one is for you. Just do a little shuffle. You're welcome, Lady Hawk. The Archangel Muriel. Oh, this is a good one, Lori. Muriel. Muriel is the angel of those who were born under the sign of Cancer, by the way. Muriel is all about balance. Lori, the Archangel Muriel has come to tell you that you are a wonderfully sensitive, intuitive, and loving being. Well, of course, those of us that know and love you, we know that already. But she asks you to embrace your psychic self by paying attention to the promptings of your angels and guides. Muriel reminds you that signs from Spirit are all around, and those that we have loved who have gone home to heaven are always near. And you are loved. Your daily mantra, Lori, is this: I am in balance with life. I am strong, sensitive, and wise. I love that. Sometimes we need a reminder that says our spiritual guides and allies and angels are all around, and that in nature, right? Spirit is all around us in nature. The spirit of nature is profound. And paying attention to that is important, acknowledging it, giving thanks for it. Everybody loves a thank you. Even our unseen guides love a thank you, a moment of gratitude. And taking time each day to check in with our angels and guides. And if you work with the ascended masters or the avatars in the spiritual realm, good stuff. All right, Angie Town. This one is for you. It is the Archangel of Taurus. So those of you out there that are Taurus, our Taurian friends, Asmodel is one of your angelic allies. I love this teaching. It's all about patience. Divine timing is a matter of understanding that you are divine and that your higher self and the architect of life have agreed to determine the perfect timing of the events in your life. Angie, the Archangel Asmodel would like you to know that you are on the right path. Be prepared for doors to unlock and windows to fling open with this steadfast angel of light at your side. Keep moving forward, one step or one leap of faith at a time. And your daily mantra: All things happen in divine timing. I live in the present moment. Asmodel. I love working with the angelics. Obviously, these beings that reside within the heart and mind of creation, and they also are deeply connected to us and our interior castle, also known as the temple within. That's why I named my company that. That interior castle is a potent place, and it's a good place to spend at least a couple of minutes every day paying attention to our inner sanctum, our inner temple, that dwelling of light within us. Because when we don't pay attention to it every day, at least for a minute or two, it begins to reflect on the outside. If we're not taking care of our interior castle and it's getting cluttered, or it's becoming covered in dust bunnies or lack of use or what have you, it begins to show in our outer life. So taking time every day to at least check in with our inner light is so important to the way that our outer life runs every day. The modern day mystic, just like the mystics of old, have always understood that. We've got to make sure that we're cleaning the dust bunnies in the interior castle, right? Maybe doing a little polishing here and there, a little bit of elbow grease, or if nothing else, just taking time to sit, to reflect, to bring our attention there. Bringing the light in gets rid of the cobwebs, right? So every morning, taking time to dust that off, that place within us, to sit there, to reflect, to invite our spiritual allies. And some of us call them our guardian angels. Some of us call them totem animals, whatever that is for you. Some refer to that as the Christ light, some as the Buddhist light or the light of the Buddha. Many ways that we all refer to that sacred space within us that needs us to acknowledge it at least once in the day, sometimes more than that. I acknowledge it in the morning, I acknowledge it during the course of my day, and always before I go to sleep at night, bringing my attention to the inner sanctum, to the indwelling of light. Some people call it the indwelling of the Holy Spirit, the indwelling of God, the indwelling of the Great Spirit, the indwelling of the solar angel. It's that sacred space. It's the sacred space. Laura Smith. Laura Smith is my party light person. Hey, Carla Joe. Good morning, Delgadillo. An early customer here, she's saying. Keep on shining on down there in Texas, Catherine. Laura. This one is for you. Oh, it's the angel Nathaniel. Love this. Nathaniel. Nathaniel is the angel of joy. Nathaniel tells us joy is a state of grace. It is the art of being in love with your life and all aspects and experiences of your life. It is the understanding that your unique existence is like a splendid thread of silk that is continuously weaving itself into the magic carpet or the magic weave, as Amantha says, of life. Acknowledging joy, bringing the energy of joy. Sometimes we can feel as though we don't know where the joy went. Maybe we've never known joy. And so joy feels like a foreigner. Or maybe joy just picked up and left sometime and we're not quite sure when that happened, but we know we're not feeling it. Nathaniel is a light being. Nathaniel is a thought in the heart and mind of the creative force of Creator, of the Mother and the Father, the great goddess, the great Mother. It's a thought. It's an expression. And so if we're feeling as though we could use some joy, or we'd even like to be introduced to the thought of joy, the spirit of joy, we can take ourselves to our center, the indwelling, and we can invite the presence of the angel of joy, the light angel of joy, to make itself known. One of the most beautiful things about walking in both worlds as modern day mystics is that we understand that the alchemy of the universe is available to us, the alchemical components of the universe that have their way in the cosmos and here on Grandmother Earth. We understand that everything is alive, whether it is seen or whether it is unseen. We know that the spirit of joy or the thought of joy is alive, it is electric, it is magnetic, and we can call it to us. And we can feel it, we can tap into it. Some people are the embodiment of joy, right? They walk into a room and you feel joy by their presence. And some people can be rattled by joy. Some people are rattled by joyful people, and I say, be joyful anyway. Be joyful anyway. So Laura, this is an acknowledgement of the joy that you bring. It is a reminder that joy is our birthright. It is part of who we are. And it is a reminder that sometimes we need to fire up, get a little more passionate about life again, and we can do that. Sometimes we think, where did that passion get up and go, right? That horse left the stable. Well, we can call it to us. We can call to us the spirit of abundance, spirit of joy, the spirit of love. All of those things, of course, because they're alive. All right. Sonia. This one is for you. I'm going to pick up this deck over here, which is completely sold out. And as you know, the Mystic Angels deck is now in retirement. I don't know how many thousands of decks people are enjoying around the world, but in over 60 countries, 6-0, people are enjoying the Mystic Angels and the mysteries of ancient Egypt and the totem animals and the spirit of mythology. I'm very thankful for that. All right, Sonia. I am looking at the Angels and Enchantments deck of 13. It's the Archangel Saint Gabriel, the ruler of the first heaven, the patron saint of communication. The key words of this angel are inspire, transform, create, and bring to life. So in this, when we think about the Archangel Saint Gabriel, it's about rebirth. It's about new life. Things not being the same because we're not the same. If we're always the same, I think that makes for a rather lackluster life, but that's just me, being me. This is a card that says embrace the change. Embrace the letting go. Embrace the birth that is happening. Be creative with it. What I love about this card for you is that, and I think for all of us right now during this time of the shift here on Grandmother Earth, some people refer to it as the ascension, but there's a shift that's happening. And I think that we all get to have time right now. Well, not all of us. There are some that are busier than ever, so I will rephrase that. For those that have been given a little more time to look inward and been given the opportunity to take a look at what we want to bring forward, right? When the pandemic, as it's being called, ceases to have us all at home, or in stages of fear, or whatever that is for you. A lot of us are taking a look at, what are we going to bring forward from this? What are we going to leave behind? Are there things about me that have changed during this time? Good changes, bad changes, not going to label good or bad, but were changed. What are we going to bring forward out of this time into the light of day? Are we going to be any different? Gabriel asks us to contemplate that right now. Who were we going into it? And there in March, February and March. And who are we coming out on the other end of it? It's like the big birth canal, right? Who are we now? I think all of us in some way are being rebirthed at this time, and we get to consider who it is that's going to come out on the other end. Maybe there are aspects of ourselves that we've been wanting to let go of. Maybe there are aspects of ourselves that we're saying, yeehaw, I'm letting that shine from here on out. Right? Time to consider that. And Gabriel is a wonderful angel to sit with. Saint Gabriel, the archangel, the divine messenger, the ruler of the first heaven, the angel of the Annunciation, who says, create. I think it's a good time to recreate. I think it's always a good thing to evolve. And that's what this is about. Well, there you go, Danielle. Carla Jo Worth has found that CD for you. So there you go, Sonia. Create, to contemplate. Who's coming forward? What aspects of me are coming forward? Which are not? Right. I think a lot of people have had some time to really think about some things. Maybe create some boundaries, maybe to let some boundaries loosen up. You're welcome, Laura. Hey, Rob. You're welcome, Angie. Perfect. I love that when the team comes together. Thank you, Carla Jo. Carla Jo will be teaching at the School of Sacred Studies this year. Very excited for that. Always excited for that when Carla Jo is teaching. Yeah, so I mean, like Sonia, isn't that the truth? I know for me, my routine has not changed. I work from home. In fact, I've been busier during this time, actually busier with clients and classes. But I'll tell you, the one thing that I do miss, because I am a natural hugger, I like people. I love seeing people on the webinars. I love seeing the faces. I love knowing everybody is there. That really keeps me kind of hooked up to that whole thing. But boy, one thing I have learned about myself, I like people. Not 24/7, like everybody. I mean, I don't think I'm too Abby normal, but I enjoy being around people. That's one thing I've really learned about me. And I will be so glad here shortly when the school has people in it that I can actually see their face, have a cup of coffee with, right? I've done some Zoom things, but it's not quite the same. Okay, all right. Yeah, well, I love it when you're teaching, Carla Jo. All right, Carla Jo. Well, this is not very surprising, Carla Jo. From the deck of 13, it is the Archangel Eritron, the divine magician, known as the first angel. Where is your magic? Asks Eritron, the divine angel. Call it forth. So, I'm going to read this little snippet. Hey, Kimberly Wink. Because I just think it's cool. And Eritron is in the book of enchantments with the mystic angels of light. The cards are sold out, but the book is still available. In many ancient texts and teachings, Eritron is named as the very first angel. the original divine messenger, created to bridge the seen and the unseen worlds. A mighty archangel, Eritron governs the practices of natural magic, chemistry, hermeticism, herbology, alchemy, astronomy, and astrology. And as I say that, here comes Dominic, my tuxedo cat. Wise practitioners, I'll emphasize that word, wise practitioners of the ancient ways and the old religions have always known that their ancestors and ancestral DNA play a pivotal role in their proclivity and proficiency in the esoteric arts. Isn't that true? Whew. Yeah. So there you have it, Carla Jo. Eritron, the divine magician. Where is your magic? Call it forth. It's a good one. I know. I miss everybody at school too. Laura, she's still at work. Kimberly's saying, I miss coming to the school. It is. It's so much more than just the classes and things. Gathering here on the land. I will say, though, the gifts of this time that you will all appreciate, Tyrone, Todd, my husband, has been busy in the landscaping. Let me just say, he's adding a 5-tier terrace, 5 terraces, 5 tiers of garden in the Mediterranean garden, right along by the house. It is spectacular. Just spectacular. And the gardens up by the school building itself, we have been busy. So it's given us an opportunity to work with the land and, spruce the place up in places that we haven't had time to get to. But I will be so glad to see your faces. That's all I can say. There it is. Carla Jo is saying, as a retiree, nothing much has changed except I eat at home a lot more. That's the other blessing. I love to cook, and I'm a really good cook. So I've had a wonderful time making time to watch The Pioneer Woman, right? When I'm with Easton, I watch The Pioneer Woman, and then I go about cooking. I love that cooking show. I like her. All right, Delgadillo. It's the Archangel Saint Uriel, the regent of the sun, the immortal light. Let there be light. And this is also from the deck of enchantments for you, Delgadillo. Some situations require the presence of celestial luminous light. Boy, isn't that true? High ceremony, healing, banishment, boundary setting, truth-seeking, and discernment require the integrity of the Archangel Saint Uriel's radiant light. Remember to invite this magnificent angel to be present with you each day. In this way, at each moment, you are cloaked in the divine presence of the light of love. Yeah. Some of the correspondences with the Archangel Uriel, the iris stone. I've not ever seen, I don't think, an iris stone. Amber, the planet Uranus, platinum, the triangle, right? When we're talking about sacred geometry. The month of September, jasmine, the sun, also known as the patron saint of arts and sciences. That's Uriel, the angel of discernment. The keywords for Uriel are light unto the darkness, discernment, and illumination. When we need discernment, and we all need discernment, you need to discern something, call upon Uriel to help you discern. Discernment is so important. All right. I do keep the man busy. Todd and I have been so busy. You're welcome, Delgadillo. Thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your oils. And please, everybody, feel free, put your website for essential oils and for the work that you do. Add it into the chat room. That's why we're here. Laura, will you put your party light link in there? I love party light candles. The dripless candles honestly do not drip, but I use party light candles in the classroom and also here in my home. Yeah. Yeah, so we've got 5 tiers of gardening and all of the bricks. He ordered like almost 1,000 bricks, landscaping bricks. They came in by the skid load. 1,000 landscaping bricks. And he's just out there being his engineer Taurus self. It's amazing. Okay. Kimberly. All right, Kimberly, it's the Archangel Sandalphon. There you go. doTERRA.com/dragonfly539 for those of you that are not in the chat room. And you're more than welcome to add it to the Mystic's Heart page there on Facebook. Just go to the Mystic's Heart, the page, like the page, add your website. Some people are looking for somebody who can help them with essential oils and good quality, and somebody who knows what they're doing. You know, when we talk about crystals and we talk about essential oils, there is an art and an alchemy and a chemistry to those things. There really is. And if you want to have somebody that can truly help you, you need to have an expert. There you go. And Delgadillo is an expert. There you go. There is Laura Smith's partylight.biz/LL Smith. Yeah, sign up and be a preferred customer. I am. I have candle rewards all the time. All right, here we are. Kimberly, back to Sandalphon, the weaver of prayers, ruler of the fifth heaven. And here's a little something some folks may not know. He is said to be the brother or the brethren of the Archangel Metatron. One of the gifts of Sandalphon is that Sandalphon helps us to unweave, to weave, to dream, and to weave again and create. Sometimes we're not really sure about how to unweave something in our lives. Unweave, unfetter, let go of. Sandalphon is the great weaver who says, bring your dreams to life. And sometimes in bringing our dreams to life, we need to let go of the dreams that have come and gone. Maybe the dreams that we didn't even realize we're still holding on to, that really don't serve us, that we're not going there anymore, maybe. And we need to unweave. Maybe we need to unweave an old relationship, an old hurt, in order to weave something new, right? To weave that joy into our lives. We have to let go of some things maybe we've been carrying on with for many, many years. Yeah. So Sandalphon helps us to unweave, then to weave again, to create. Love that. Call upon the Archangel Sandalphon when you are ready to unweave that which is no longer nourishing to you. Yeah. What is it that you wish to bring to fruition at this time, Kimberly? What would you like to weave or unweave from the tapestry of your human experience? I love that. The angelic giant, known as Sandalphon, is a mediator between the seen and the unseen realms. For those who walk with and work with an honest heart and mind, this awe-inspiring angel assists us in helping us to create beautiful transformation in our personal life. Yeah. He's also associated with the prophet Elijah, John the Baptist, willow, lily, ivy, sandalwood, smoky quartz, and turquoise. Yeah, lots of correspondences with that one. Rob, this one is for you. Shuffly shuffle. Hey, Tara. Good to see you here. It's the Archangel Aniel, the ruler of the third heaven. Communicate with the starry beings of light. And now that's exciting. Star being communications, astrology, astronomy, and ancient galactic wisdom teachings are the halls of education overseen by the Archangel Anael. Love that. Yeah. So this is about maybe the study of extraterrestrials, the study of ultra-terrestrials, or maybe there are star beings, shining ones, that are trying to connect with you. And so Anael oftentimes asks us to make space, right? To invite our star brothers and sisters, those star beings, to be present with us, to allow for thought communication, communicating with beings from the non-physical realms represents divine thought communication, right? That's how it happens. Telepathy. So you are being asked by the Rose Angel to consider some time of sacred space for cosmic union. Yeah. Emerald, rose quartz, Venus, Osiris, Isis, the day of Friday, Freya's day, right? The Pleiades, Arcturus. Anael, the celestial king and queen, is inviting you into sacred space, Rob. Kimberly is saying, oh my, thank you. I drew this card yesterday also. I will work with him today. Excellente. Sonia's saying, I've been more isolated than ever and have not been using my time well. Missing school too. Yeah, we miss you here at the school. That is for show. Rob is saying, thank you. I've been contemplating the solar mystery more as I discovered the music of Sun Ra. Excellent. Isn't it fun? It's just fun to be together like this. Fun for me, anywho. Tara, my dear friend Tara. It's the Archangel Metatron, the ruler of the celestial spheres, also known as the Chancellor of Heaven. I love that word, Chancellor. I love words. I really do. I love the word magister, magisterium. I love the word chancellor. I love what words represent. Anyway, the ancient sacred wisdom teachings of all time do not change. It is our capacity to understand them that does. Tara. Metatron says, for you, dear mystic, a time of exquisite transformation is at hand. New teachers and ancient teachings are being placed upon your path. The Archangel Metatron, celestial guide to wise seers and learned sages, aids modern-day mystics, just as he assisted the mystics of old, in gaining access to the higher wisdom schools and the teachings contained within. It is essential for you to be mindfully awake and consciously aware during this period of advancement. And again, this is a time for all of us to have some space for meditation or contemplation, just being in nature, for bringing that energy into our space and for bringing our energy into that space, conversely. Yeah. It's an amazing time we're living through right now, living through and spending time each day with the interior castle, with our unseen allies, important, with our ancestors, important, and being authentic, being authentically us right now, I think is really important. My gardening is my meditation, says Tara. That's a great meditation, gardening. Yeah. Watering the flowers, oh, I love that job. It's not even a job. For me, it allows me to just go into some wonderful space, watering the gardens here at the school and at my home. Quiet time, just being. In the morning, lighting the candles on my ancestral altar, my prayer altar. I have like a global community altar. Lighting the candle, connecting with everyone who's also lighting their candles. It's a beautiful way of life, I think. And I feel that we can all get lost in looking at the bad news, being in the bad news, and it can drag us down. And it's not saying ignore the world around us by any stretch, but rather than allowing us to drag it down, I think it's an opportunity that says we need all of you all to be in your light. We need you all to be in your authenticity, you modern day mystics, you prayer walkers, right? Those of you that are healers, the mystics of old that have returned. We need you to stand in your light. Standing in our light, walking in our light, being in our light, contemplating our light, inviting the light, working with the light, speaking with the light is what's going to bring in the light. Because the more that we as modern day mystics spend time contemplating the solar logos, contemplating our allies, good, kind, wise, and loving ancestors, that is what's changing the weave. And it does, just from our own little place here on terra firma. Because we need to remember, we're not only living here on Grandmother Earth, everyone, we are very much alive in our soul, in our monad, in our higher self, whatever we call that, in our celestial tree of life. Each one of us is like that tree. The I Am movement. I love reading the I Am works that come out of Mount Shasta. I am one of those person who enjoys the older texts. I don't think they're outdated. I think that in who we are, we can take the older teachings and bring them into the light of the present time, right, with new revelations about what they're teaching us. But I love one of the logos for the I Am movement that shows us with our feet here on Grandmother Earth, because that's where we are. But we are far more than that. Who we are reaches out into the cosmic oceans, into the waves of light and sound, into the oceans and the seas of silence. We also reside there. And when we pull our soul essence from those oceans of light and silence and sound, color, we pull that, we bring that to us. That means then it contributes to the weave of Grandmother Earth at this time, like that tree of life, right? The Sephirot. So I like to think of myself as an oak tree. I like oak trees. My favorites are the pine trees. I love pine trees. And so sometimes I see myself as a great big tree that stretches with its roots here on Grandmother, but stretching out into the cosmic oceans and seas. And you know how trees gather birds? Sometimes my meditation is that I'm gathering out on my branches up there in the celestial seas and oceans of cosmic oneness, angels and light beings. I gather them onto my branches, and then the meditation that I use then is that I see that tree that I am, that big Georgia pine, coming back to Grandmother Earth with all of the light beings that have gathered upon my branches. And I imagine that tree here in the enchanted forest. And every so often I do the meditation again. I watch that tree, me as the tree, growing until it reaches into the vastness of the heart and mind of God, of creation, gathering to it and within its branches again, beings of light, celestial wisdom, silence, sound, color, sacred symbology. And when the branches are full and it feels right, the meditation again then has me bring that tree, watching it become smaller and smaller, until it's planted here, it's rooted here in the enchanted forest. It's one of the meditations that I do for myself, reaching up into who I am at the pinnacle of who I am. That is all of us, I believe. All of us. Gathering to me all of me, which is all of you, which is light, which is goodness, understanding, unity. Yeah, that's just what I do. Okay, so let's draw a final card for all of us today. And for those that are listening, the card that pops to the top of the deck for each and every one of us listening today is the Archangel Saint Raphael, the divine healer, the ruler of the second heaven. Healing is at hand, says the Archangel Saint Raphael. And I'm just going to read this to everyone. The Archangel Saint Raphael is softly inviting us to create a sacred space of healing for ourselves, or perhaps another who is in need of restoration and peace, perhaps all of the occupants of Grandmother Earth at this time. This space might be prepared for prayer, meditation, shamanic journey, energy medicine, counseling, art or music therapy, medical guidance, or quiet contemplation. The choice is ours, based on our knowledge of healing modalities, our needs, and our healing abilities. Integrity is the key. Ask the Archangel Saint Raphael to be present, to overlight, protect, and assist with the facilitation of this sacred space of healing, which will allow for a gentle releasement of all that is no longer nourishment to body, mind, spirit, or emotions, or to divine guidance and inspiration regarding the next steps upon your path to peace and wellness. In other words, the Archangel Saint Raphael, understanding that each and every one of us is embarking upon the newness of this new day, of this new time, and is asking us and saying, yes, I accept your invitation to attend, to assist, to be present. Correspondences, if you create sacred space, some alchemical and symbolic correspondences to the Archangel Raphael are this: Thoth, Hermes, Mercury, Quicksilver, Wednesday, Odin's Day, Lavender, Lily of the Valley, Spica or Spica, depending on how you pronounce it, Aldebaran, Polaris, agate, opal, sky blue, gold, lemon, ash, silver birch, ibis, narcissus. The patron angel of healers and travelers. Once I was blind, and now I see. Healer, know thyself. Healer, heal thyself. I love that. Once I was blind and now I see. Now perhaps you can see the grandness and the sacredness, the divinity of you. With that, everybody, get out there and shine as only you can shine. Have a blessed day, and I look forward to being with you and hopefully seeing many of you in the month of June. Blessings be, everybody.